Hello, Stampers. Kelly Atchison coming to you live from Menasha, Wisconsin. Oh, I see so many of you in here. Nancy from the frosty shores of Lake Erie. Welcome, Nancy, Kathy, Melanie, 75 degrees in Yuma. Pretty jealous about that. Wendy's here, Jamie's here, Barbara's here. Oh my gosh, we have Michigan, Jersey Shore, Arizona, Oklahoma, Florida. I'm a little jealous of Florida. Not going to lie, it is cold here. I do not even know what the temperature is here, but I am going to find out right now. It is 20 degrees. It feels like 12. It is very frigid outside. We got I don't know, 6 to 8 inches of snow yesterday. And I drove home in it, but it hadn't accumulated like that. It was blowing like, oh my gosh, you guys. Was it Friday? We had wind gusting at like 45 to 55 miles an hour, and it was snowing. And so it would just whoosh up in the air. It was absolutely insane. It was so windy. I woke up in the middle of the night. Let's see, it couldn't have been Friday. It had to be Tuesday night. It felt like I was in the middle of a tornado. I was in my camper. I sleep in my camper when I go up north. And it was just going like this. It was crazy. Margene has snow in Wyoming. Yay, Ruth. I am so glad to be back too. Thank you for missing me. I have missed you guys like crazy. Gosh, it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? Yeah, it was hunting season in Wisconsin last week, and that ended today. We came home yesterday. So we have 12 hunters in our group of family friends that all hunt kind of with us. And nobody got a thing. Nothing. Yeah, so it was pretty slim pickings, but I hunted with Val and Dawson, and I don't count those in the 12. I hunted with Val and Dawson, and we saw 7 deer the first day and 7 deer the second day out of my mom's palace stand. So that was pretty exciting. And 2 of the deer, it was like a doe and a fawn, came down and stood right in our shooting lane, which is a big, wide, like almost little road that goes through the woods. And they just stood there and they mulled around and they nosed around and they looked up at us. And of course, I'm there with the 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. So how quiet are we really? Not very. But we had a really good time. It was really fun. I should have put some pictures on here to share with you, those of you that aren't on Facebook. I think I shared pictures on Facebook, but Val and Dawson painted the inside of the deer stand. That was really fun. We played lots of crazy eights. We drank an insane amount of hot chocolate. Dawson especially. He was hot chocolate after hot chocolate after hot chocolate. And we ate lots of garbage, lots of candy, cookies, donuts. Like when I hunt, it's not good because it's kind of boring. And so I'm eating constantly, just nonstop eating, whatever. Oh, thanks. Cynthia says my pictures were great. Yeah, it's kind of just an eating fest, really. But I stayed up. I came home, I think Monday early, and had to do some work. Oh, kits. Kits had to go out in the mail last week. So I came home to cut and sort and pack all the kits and get those out in the mail. And then I went back up Tuesday. So I was up there the rest of the week. I made Thanksgiving dinner. My sister helped me a little bit, but pretty much on my own for everybody. And so that was a new experience for me. I made Thanksgiving dinner last year because my mom was not well. And she made a couple things and then said she was done. And I said, I will take over. But here's the difference. My mom was right there. answering my questions. So, oh my gosh, I had to muddle through that whole thing on my own. And thank goodness for Pinterest because I looked some things up on Pinterest. And the only thing that wasn't really very successful is the stuffing. And that was only because we baked it with something else. And the other thing that was in the oven was set at too high of a temperature for the stuffing. And so my sister put it back in because it didn't seem like it was done enough. And it kind of burned the top, but not burned enough that we couldn't eat it. So, and we did that splatchcock with the turkey where you take the turkey and cut the backbone out of it and splat it down on the pan like this. And then we did a dry rub on it and put 2 sticks of butter, shoved them up under the skin on the breast. Oh my gosh. It was really good. That turned out really nice. So, yeah, we muddled through, and my niece brought chocolate torte for dessert because I'm the only one that likes pumpkin pie. So we didn't have any pumpkin pie, but I did make pumpkin bars earlier in the week, so we were eating on those. But yeah, I made homemade stuffing. I made green bean casserole from scratch where you make the white sauce, a roux, and, saute the onions or the mushrooms in butter and the whole thing, like the whole thing, homemade. We had Hawaiian dinner rolls. I didn't make those. And gravy, homemade gravy from that turkey juice. And yeah, it turned out really, really good. And do we take doughs? We do, but not on opening weekend. It's just kind of a little rule that when it starts getting towards the end of the season, then you start taking the doughs. And my nephew was trying to get a dough, but the only dough that he had an opportunity at was a small one. And he's like, no, we're not doing that. So yeah. So, we could have gotten doughs and I hunted opening weekend with the kids and if there would have been a nice buck come by, I would have given that a good opportunity. But not doughs on opening weekend. So love my call sign. I don't know what that means. I must have a call sign someplace. I don't know. But thanks. Okay, so somebody asked if these are my real bangs. They're not. They're my fake ones. My bangs are almost there, you guys. Like I really whacked them off. But they're getting there. And I'm just so like, because, we're having a celebration of life for my mom this next Saturday. And I really would have, I don't want to deal with the whole bang situation because as long as I don't move, we're fine. But when I start messing with my hair, then you can see my bangs underneath, which are shorter and a little bit darker than this. And then it just gets weird. Nobody wants it to get weird. I think I have a sign downstairs in my half bath that says something about let's get naked. And then it says, just kidding, don't make it weird. Something like that. It's really funny. But anyways, yeah, it just gets weird. So, but thank you. They do look pretty good, don't they? I know I did pretty darn good with those bangs. So no deer, nobody got any deer. Steve is talking about going back up hunting for the late season bow season. He's not really he doesn't really care for the gun hunting. It's not his deal. But he loves to bow hunt and that we have muzzle loading season next. And then there's an antlerless season, doe season, I guess is what you're going to call it. So yeah, it's lots of hunting, but whatever. Yeah. Oh, your daughter, Debbie says her daughter-in-law has that sign in her bathroom. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It makes me giggle all the time. Like, don't make it weird. I can't remember exactly what it says, but something about getting naked and then, yeah, just kidding. Don't make it weird. Something like that. But it's pretty funny. I like those funny little signs. Like I've got a sign right back there. And that says, I see the screw up fairy has visited us again. And I love that one too. My mom actually got my sister in law a birthday card that said something like, I see the big butt fairy has visited you again. But my sister in law laughed and laughed, and she knew she wouldn't take offense to it. You can't just give that card to anybody, can you? I think it said, the big butt fairy has visited us again, not just her. So it was really cute. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Smiley. I don't know who exactly that is, but your brother passed away on Tuesday. And Thanksgiving was odd. Yeah, I'm very sorry for your loss. It is very odd, right? It's a weird thing when those people that are always there aren't there, right? Something that is going to take a while. I don't know if you ever really get used to it, but you know what I mean, right? Yeah. Joan. Oh, Joan, I didn't know that was your online name. Thank you, Joan. And I'm so sorry. That really stinks. Yeah, so I heard Steve downstairs cleaning guns a little bit earlier. Usually he complains about it, but he didn't today. I don't know why. He usually cleans all the guns, and he has to clean all the guns because he will never take the time to show people in my family how to do that. And I'm sure that I've watched it happen enough that I could do it, but I don't know where all this stuff is. So, oh gosh. And Bonnie, your younger sister passed away. That's sad. That's just terrible. So much, right? There's just so much going on of that. Yeah, I'm getting ready for my mom's celebration of life. And I just sent over a gazillion photographs to Walgreens last night to get them printed. And I have started working on my picture boards because, which, speaking of picture boards, let me see if I'll share a little bit with you. So I decided I'm using the Petals of Beauty. Beautiful, beautiful new bundle. It's actually a suite from Stampin' Up. And I loved these flowers, and I love the designer paper that goes with it. And then we have these Pearls of Beauty. Very, very pretty. So I ordered a bunch of those. And then I used the designer series paper for my color palette. And then my Aunt Janet came over on Friday, and we stamped and die cut a ton of these to be able to decorate her card box. Janet got the card box, and then we did a whole bunch of die cuts to put flowers on the card box to decorate it. And then I'm going to use some of those on her photo boards. So yeah, it's going to be pretty. And I'll make sure to take pictures and share them with you guys because I thought, with what I do and who I am, I think these picture boards need to be a little bit more. And my mother would expect nothing less. Not that she wouldn't expect it. It just wouldn't surprise her with the more, because that's kind of how I am. I'm more, right? I'm a lot, but I'm also more. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's what it says, Mary. It says, get naked. Just kidding. This is a half bath. Don't make it weird. That is exactly what my sign says. It's so funny. And then it says something else that probably isn't very nice, but I can't remember what that is. So I can't even share it with you. And I probably wouldn't either. There's another little sign in there too that maybe says something about butts. I don't know. I do not know. I'm just reading comments here. Okay. You are the glitter, Kelly. Thank you. And Sandy says, my more is your gift. It is kind of. It can also be a little bit of a curse, right? Because you're always pushing to do more, and sometimes it can be exhausting. But I am going to thoroughly enjoy going through all these pictures. And I've had this one sitting it sits where my laptop is sitting right now when I'm not on a live. And Haley made this. This was my mom's 70th birthday. I threw a surprise birthday party for her and all her friends and family. And this was 10 years ago. And it says, those who bring sunshine into the lives of others cannot keep it from themselves. And boy, isn't that the truth? Yeah. So, okay. I have no John report. Haven't seen him. Have no idea what's going on in John's life. I'm lying. I did see him. I actually heard his dog barking, and I looked out my window, and I saw John coming out his back door and through his gate into his driveway. That's it, people. I got nothing. John has been so reclusive lately, or has Kelly been reclusive? That might be a better question. I don't know, but I really haven't seen him. What happened with the babies? Gosh, we had a great time playing Crazy Eights in our deer stand. And we had that thing so warm that Valerie was in her pajama pants and took her shirt off, like her whole shirt, like a boy. I had that heater cranking. So that was really nice. But we played lots and lots of Crazy Eights. And Dawson is only 3 years old. And other than not being able to fan his cards out, he can totally play Crazy Eights. It's crazy. He's 3. But anyways, Haley actually has a card club playing cards, not greeting cards, but we'll talk about that. In her class, and that's what she does with them. And she gets such neat comments coming back from the parents saying, Gabriel came home today and we played King's Corners for about an hour after school. And all these kids are taking their knowledge of learning all these different card games, Crazy Eights, King's Corners, golf, speed, slapjack, of course, is really easy, cribbage, taking all these card games home and actually doing things with their family instead of sitting in front of a TV or a gaming station. So it's been just really rewarding for, I hope, everybody involved. But so the kids, we play a lot of cards in my family. So that's really cool. What else was I going to say about that? Games. Oh, greeting cards. So Haley said she would like to start at least once a month making cards with her class. And I go, I'm in. I would love to come and make cards with your class and teach them that craft. So we're going to start doing that pretty soon, I hope. Yeah. Okay. So I have prizes, and I don't know why. Every once in a while my nose gets runny, and it always seems like when I'm on a live. Like, why is that? Why does that happen? I don't know. So if you hear me sniffling, please excuse me. Prizes from last time I was on live. Where'd my little list go? Okay, I have some of these fabulous hearts, and right after Christmas, is Valentine's season, so I'm happy to be giving these away. These are going for commenting on my last live. These are going to Trudy Hudson of Alamogordo, New Mexico. Trudy, these are on their way to you. So congratulations. Thank you, everybody who leaves a comment. If you're new to me, please leave a comment and you will be entered in the prize drawing. Nancy Voles, I am happy to see you here. Cynthia wants to know how old her kids. She teaches 5th grade this year. So 5th graders. No, Barbara, I would never be allergic to you guys. That's just not a thing. Okay. Next up, I have Petal Pink. I'm trying to see how wide this is. This is 3/8 of an inch wide. This is some really pretty soft Petal Pink ribbon. This is for sharing my video last time. Now, someplace on your screen should be a place to share this video. If you're watching on YouTube, you can share right underneath the video. If you're watching the replay on Facebook. If you're watching the replay on Facebook or YouTube, you can always share it. And I certainly appreciate you doing that so much. It really helps me and helps my business grow. So 3/8 inch Petal Pink ribbon for sharing last time is Ardella Burdick from Almena, Wisconsin. Congratulations, Ardella. You'll have this beautiful ribbon on its way to you. Last but not least, I have a biggie here. This was donated, I think maybe by Donna Manning. I have the Christmas labels stamp set and matching set of label dies. Whoa, a whole bundle. This is for placing an order with me between last time and tonight, last time I was on live. So when you place an order with me, you get put into another drawing. Our winner is Francis Smith of Huntsville, Alabama. Francis, this is on its way to you. I'm so excited for all of you. And let me get these put off to the side so I do not lose track of them here in what is about to become a great big mess with lots of fun, right? Lots of love in that mess. Yes, indeed. Okay, I am just reading comments here. And let's see. I'm going to make myself. Okay, I think we're ready to turn this camera around. So while I'm doing that, I have a question for you guys. So thank you so much for the share, Joy. Really appreciate it. And anybody else who's shared. I have 2 projects tonight, and then I'm going to share a whole bunch of mail with you. So we'll keep going through, and I will share the cards that I got because I get some of the best ideas from that mail that comes in from you. And I hope you guys get great ideas with it too. Now, as far as the cards that I share from my mail, once we're done being live, you can come back to this video and fast forward to where I start sharing the mail. And you can get to the card that you're like, ooh, I have to make that one. And you can hit pause and it'll stay right on your screen. And so you can have time to make it after the live is over. You can do that. And how do you find this video again? The easiest way is to go to my blog, and you will find that on the bottom of the screen right now at www.astampabove.com. So you will find all the projects that I make on these live videos on my blog. So I just wanted to make sure that you know that. Thank you, Laura, so much, and Tina for the share and the like. Please make sure you click on that like button, whether you're on YouTube live or the replay, Facebook live or the replay. Please give me a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate that. I noticed too that after I got done with my last live, there were a couple people that gave me tips, and there is a way to click and give monetary tips on live videos. I did not get the opportunity to thank you, but I want to say thank you now. So I missed it while it was happening because, stamping and talking and thinking and watching comments is kind of hard. So I just wanted to say thank you. Yes, Jackie says she loves seeing the Happy Mail. I know, right? I've got a ton of it. So I'll go through as much as I can tonight after we get done stamping, and then I'll hit the rest of it next time. So I think I am going to grab, oh gosh darn it. I have my Hello Fall shirt on tonight with my little fall jacket type shirt. It is November 30th, 2025, and I think this is the first time I got to wear my Hello Fall shirt, and I'm a little sad because tomorrow's December. It's not really fall anymore, is it? But at least I got it in on the last day. Anyways, okay. I think that we are ready. I'm going to take off my read the computer glasses and put on the stamping business glasses, which I can't read what you're saying now. So I got to get this camera turned around and get a little further away from my screen. So there's Kelly's webcam. Are you guys ready? And there we are. Yay! Okay, before we get started, I have to tell you guys, I sent out the last 12 weeks of holiday projects, which is my gift to all of you who subscribe to my newsletter. I sent that out probably about an hour ago. So check your email. I sent out week 11 and 12 of the 12 weeks of holiday ideas. So if you are not on my newsletter list, you may want to be. And there should be a link right under this video on YouTube where you can sign up for that newsletter. But yeah, it's a private 12 different tutorials, and each tutorial has a card and a 3D item in it. So You get 24 ideas with all the dimensions, all the goodies. It's fantastic. Lots of pictures and a PDF that you can print out or save to your device. So it's a very special tutorial series that I like to give out as a Christmas gift, just showing my appreciation for you guys, because I really do appreciate you. I was going to ask you a question before I flip this camera around. I have a card and a matching treat holder. Which one do you guys want to see first? The card or the treat holder? You let me know in the comments right now. I have to show you this cutie patootie project. Oh my goodness. I had a blog hop on Friday with the Totally Techniques design team, and we featured shaker cards. So I used the Party Piggy bundle. It is an entire a stamp set and a set of dies that cut out all these fun little items and the circle for the belly. These are shaker domes. Look at that fun little shaker card. Isn't this the cutest thing? I used a Memory and More pack that we have for the designer paper that's under my pig and on the flap of my envelope. Super duper cute. Is that not the cutest little thing? So I have a friend who has bacon parties twice a year, and she's having one in January. She usually has it for her birthday and then about 6 months later. And this year in January, she's turning 65. So it's a pretty big milestone. So I'm going to give her one of these cards for her bacon party. And everybody who comes to her party has to bring something made with bacon. And oh my goodness, we've had just the most interesting things, and all of it has been delicious. So there's one little piggy card. This is called Party Piggy. And here's the other one. And again, I just used the Memories and More designer series paper, Memories and More card pack to use in the background here. And again, super cute little shaker. Love this little Party Piggy. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. I'm also going to make up some cards to give to Haley so the kids can use them when they go to birthday parties, because that's probably going to be happening a lot pretty soon here. So, okay. By the way, you can find these projects on my blog, www.astampabove.com. And all the dimensions are there, and all the ingredients are listed in the product list. You can see the colors of cardstock that I used, what the name of those domes were. You can click on any of those items in my product list. It'll take you right to my online store. You guys know I always appreciate your orders. All right, I'm going to check back over here. I want to see what you said and which project. Chocolate covered bacon. Yes, Kelly. Yes, it is. Diane says her and Chris made the piggy shaker card. Chris and I made the pig. Yes. So cute. Okay, so I see card. Okay, I wanted to make the card first. One treat holder. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to bring in some fun. So let me get this unloaded. And I might have to blow my nose because I do not like sniffing all the time. I think it is rude and bad manners. Hang tight. I just don't like it. Nobody wants to hear that sniff, 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 right? Well, there I did again. Oh, before I forget, and again, I wanted to let you guys know, these shaker domes are on sale for $4.80. You get 12 in a pack, so that's a really good deal. And the sequins that I put inside are called loose shaker sequins. They're only $4.50 for the container. So just want to let you know that. I wrote those notes on my little piggy here so I would remember to tell you that, and then I didn't remember anyways. Yeah. Okay, so for our project tonight, we are using the Delicate Pines. The Delicate Pines is a whole suite of products. So I've got the bundle here. There are 22 different dies in here, and we've got 14 different images with 3 sentiments in the Delicate Pines stamp set. I'm also bringing in the traditional wreath embossing folder. This is a really pretty folder, but a lot of people are confused, like how the heck do you use it? Because the wreath is so big and our cards aren't this big, right? I'm going to show you. And I've got a circle punch. I like to use a 1 3/4 inch circle punch, but mine is out right now. So I've got 1.5 inch circle punch. Doesn't matter, just as long as it's a decent size. And then I'm bringing in the beautiful, oh, hang on. You know what I don't have? I don't have my dimensions. I think I forgot to write them down. Well, we'll wing it. It's not going to be hard on dimensions. I've got this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Hang on, I got to keep up. I have to keep up with my comments. Let's see. Here is the Elegant Pines Snowflake Designer Series paper, and I took this right off the Stampin' Up website, so you could see all of the gorgeous patterns here. Absolutely beautiful. And then here's a little bit bigger on that stamp set, so you can see that nicely. Again, that's the Delicate Pines. And here are all the dies. Whoa, right? Lots and lots of dies. Okay, then let me get out my cardstock, bits and pieces. Here they come. Here comes everything. I've got Old Olive and Real Red. Oh, I need Shaded Spruce. Let me grab that. Shaded Spruce, Old Olive, Real Red, Shaded Spruce. Okay. I've got a great big piece of basic white here. This is going to be for a scrap because we're going to be stamping and die cutting. I have my medium-sized envelope, and then I'm going to use this Designer Series paper to decorate my envelope. So that is 2.5. I cut my designer paper 2.5 by 6 to put on here, and I always like to decorate my envelopes because, like, you just should. We have all these things, and you can do it with paper. You can do it with stamps, but something should always be on those unless you forgot, and now you have this card and you have to get it out in the mail, but you don't know where the stamp set is that matches it, or you just don't have time because you have to get out the door to go to lunch with your friend. I love doing that, by the way. And put it in the mail naked, but try to make your envelopes. Oh, that's kind of pretty crooked right there. Hang on. I didn't do a very good job. Oop, there we go. Much better. Things like that would make me crazy. Okay, so here's our pretty little envelope. Super fun. And let me get back over here. Kelly says she loves this paper. I do too. It is beautiful. So we have that done. Now let's bring in all of our bits and pieces. This is Old Olive. This is 4 1/4 by 11. I've already scored it at 5.5. And by the way, all of these measurements will be on my blog a couple hours after I'm done tonight. You got to give me time to take the pictures and do all the coding and all the things, but I will load these up on my blog and I will put the dimensions on there with each project. Oh, and when we get to the treat holder, I have a template that I made that you can print off so that you can keep it to make other really cute little things. 4 by 5 1/4 is basic white. I have Old Olive 4 by 5 1/4. And then we've got some scraps, gold foil, Shaded Spruce. I always forget the name of it, Early Espresso. And then I have a 3/4 by 4 1/4 inch piece of the Designer Series paper, the Delicate Pines. Okay, we have a little bit more. We have one more score line we have to make here. Gosh, I can't even think tonight. I can see because I was gone. I need to get myself back in the game, right? All right, hang on. I got to figure out. I didn't write these down, so I got to figure out where I have to score it at. This is going to be, I'm measuring at 4 inches. We're going to score this at 4 inches. Oh, that's totally not right. Hang on. We're going to score this at 1.5 inches. Woo, glad I didn't do that. That was really wrong. We're going to score this at 1.5 inches. And then we, of course, have our score line here at 5.5. So we should be good. Okay. Fold our card base in half. And going to burnish that edge good. And then we're going to take this and we're going to use that circle punch. Again, 1.5, 1 3/4 inch, but we're just going to center that from side to side and punch out a little divot, because guess what this is going to be? Who knows? Who knows what I'm doing? You guys know. It's a gift card holder. Okay, we got that done. Where's that little piece? Here's that little piece of designer paper. So that this is 3/4 inch by 4 1/4. You could also do 1/2 inch, whatever. Just grab a scrap and decorate up this little pocket. I just wanted, I just wanted a little pretty inside here. I'm just going to do this. And I just thought that would be nice. Then I'm going to grab, everything's sticking together here. I'm going to grab my tear and tape. I always use tear and tape when I've got paper folding up like this, because I don't want my gift card holder to come apart, and you have to use something a little bit stronger because it always wants to pop back open. Take your pick tool. Oh, that just like flinged right off of there, didn't it? Flinged, is that a word? I don't think so, Kelly. Come on. Okay, and here is our little pocket for our gift card. So that's fun, right? Okay, now I am going to bring in a piercing mat, and we're going to do a little stamping. Let me put this away. Let me get a drink. What are you guys drinking tonight? Joan, tell your husband you're busy. Joan says, shucks, my husband needs me. Doesn't he know what time it is? Seriously. You go take care of your husband. That's fine. All right. We're going to do some stamping here. I've got shaded spruce, old olive, real red. And I have another card made in a different color. But from making that earlier, I know that I want to stamp this sentiment first because I got it crooked and I already had the whole rest of the inside done. And I thought, gosh, if I would have done this first, I wouldn't have had to do any of that other stuff. Oh, let's see. I need my other stamp. Hang on. Here it is. It was in my other bin with my treat holder. Okay, so let's see. I think that I'm going to do, I'm going to go with the old olive on the inside of this one. My other one is not old olive. It is shaded spruce. So we're going to make it just a tiny bit different. Just a little bit of those evergreen boughs. Just like that. And I just think that really dresses it up nice. This would be really pretty too, by the way, on the front of the envelope. You could definitely do that if you wanted to. Okay, so this is the inside of our card, and this is going to go right in here like that. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm going to wipe that off. Now my fingers are going to be sticky. Alrighty, this is pretty right here. Okay, we want to make sure we get this on here straight. Now, what are we doing about this, Kelly? This seems a little bit silly. We're going to take our 4 by 5 1/4 inch old olive, and we're going to set it right in the middle of this folder, just like that. This is a big wreath, and we're going to emboss that. And this is what we have. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to set that aside and we're going to continue on with our stamping. Do you see how I just jumped around there? That was like kind of nonsense and didn't even make sense what I was doing. Yeah, I apologize for that. Just something that happens with me sometimes. Hang on, things are falling. Okay. Like, what is she doing now? Nobody knows. It's okay. Okay, old olive. We've got this giant snowflake. But the fun part about this is these snowflakes are evergreens, which I don't know that I've ever seen in a stamp set before, but gosh, it sure is pretty. So we're going to stamp that. Look at how gorgeous that is. So pretty, right? So we've got that one. And then we're going to bring in the smaller one, and we are going to use, this was Old Olive. Now we're going to do Shaded Spruce. And we're going to line this up just like that. And look how pretty that is now. Oh, I know, right? Then we're going to do the Old Olive again with another pine bow. Bow. I don't know. And we're going to make two of those. Bow, potato, right? I don't know. And then we're going to take this one in the Shaded Spruce. And we're going to, I'm lining up the three little dots on the inside here, as well as the pine boughs in between each one of these. There we go. Look at that. I don't like the way this one turned out. It's kind of a little goofy. So I'm going to do it over. Yay. We'll try that again. Okay. Ah, so much better. Okay, so we have not that one. You guys ever do that? Like, not that one. Now we need to die cut these. We have a whole bunch of things that we need to die cut. So I am going to close this up. Get those amazing dies out. So many dies, just so many dies. Okay, so we've got this big snowflake. This is going to go on here, and this fits perfectly. This is one of those sets where, sometimes you have a hard time getting the die on there just right. You know what I'm talking about. This one wasn't one of those. It went on just easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This one, and I always like to use just some washi tape, Post-it note if you don't have washi tape, temporary tape. We're going to die cut this, this, and this. But as long as we're die cutting, we are going to take, oh, you know what? I think that I got to grab my dies out of the other package. So hang on. We're using them on the other project as well. Here we go. I'm going to do this. And this. Okay, so you have a solid pine cone and a detailed pine cone. So we're going to die cut the solid pine cone, and I need 5 of those. And then the detailed pine cone is going to go on the gold foil. And then we're going to die cut 1, 2, 3 or so of this pine bow. Wow. Oh, I don't know. And I think that's all we need for this one. So 5 of these. 1, 2, 3 of these. We're going to get those all done. Hang on. And I'm going to put that back there. So what I did, yay, is I went in and I just made a whole bunch of die cuts. So this is Shaded Spruce. I've got some of these in Old Olive. And I'm thinking we're going to use the Shaded Spruce for this card because the base is Old Olive. So I need 3 of those, I said. And then, I wanted to share this with you. I've already die cut my pine cone. Hang on, I'm looking. Oh, here it is. And I have another take your pick tool that I keep in an old paper pumpkin box with the die brush adapter. So I wanted to share with you how easy this is, that I'm going to set this down and I'm going to use, and I'm really aggressive with that. All those little bits are out of there. I'm going to pop this out. There's nothing left in here and nothing left in my little pine cone. So I haven't shown this in a long time. I haven't used it in a long time, but I keep that right in my box. And then when you get all these little bits on there, you just kind of go like this, brush them off, and everything is ready to rock in there. So I just wanted to share that with you. Let's set that over here. Okay. So let's see. Let me get all my little things out here. Here's my snowflakes. Aren't they pretty? So pretty. Here's my pine cone. Let me set that back over there. And I've already glued several of these together because I didn't want you to have to sit and watch me do all of these. So I'll put that back in there. What I did here is I just took my glue. You could use any means you want to put glue on this. You could use your adhesive sheets on these, the gold ones. That would be probably a good idea. But I just scribbled with my liquid glue and just pop this right on here. Early espresso is underneath and gold on the top. Aren't those so pretty? So pretty. Okay. I'm going to set these off to the side. I don't need those, but I did die cut just a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, now we are ready to do some things here. First thing I'm going to do is, I forgot to tell you, we're using the half-inch shiny real red ribbon. I had that in the other bin too because I'm using it on both projects. So let me grab my ribbon scissors. I'm going to put this on our layer. I'm going to put it right about down here. So it's not right in the middle. Not that it couldn't be, but I didn't want it right in the middle. So I'm going to do this. And do this. There we go. Whoops. Look how crooked it is. Come on, Kelly. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to start figuring out where we want these. And I want this right here and one like right here. And then maybe another one right over here with these snowflakes. I'm thinking that's going to be really pretty. So how I made my card is I turned this one over and grabbed my dimensionals. And I'm going to do a dimensional right here and right here. So I've got this loaded up with dimensionals. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick this down. We're going to tuck everything else underneath. And we can clip it. Does that make sense? Clip it as we need to. So I'm going to put this one about right here. Let me move this out of my way. There's so many dies in here to make so many cool things. It's really like I've just touched the tip of the iceberg with this bundle. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do this one about right here. So I'm going to grab my mini dimensionals and I'm going to put one right here and right here, just like that. And then set that right in here. Right about like that. Yep. And then I'm going to come in with not this one and drop it right over here. So I can probably, where did these big dimensionals go? Here they are. Probably put a big dimensional right there. Maybe another one.
right about here. That right there. This right here. And I'll go just like that. That looks good. Before we start filling in too many things, I want to bring this ribbon back in here and tie a little knot. Oh boy. There we go. Should have done that first before I put the snowflakes on, but it's working out okay. And there we go. Ribbon scissors. And when I say ribbon scissors, these are just my snips, but I don't use these for paper, so they stay nice and sharp. Just a tiny little knot over there. Then we're going to start tucking these things in. Now, I thought, who am I making this card for? Well, let's do these first. I am making this card for one of my friends. Like I said, it's the one that I'm going to her bacon party birthday in January, I hope. As long as she has it while I'm not out of town. I will be there. So I just put a little bit of glue on there, and now I'm going to slide this. Right. Whoops, maybe. Oh, gosh. It slid right in there before. You saw it slide right under there, right? There it is. Like, why would it go in there? Okay. So I'm gonna give this to her. We're gonna go to lunch here pretty soon because she's been, I don't know if it'll happen this week because I got a lot of work to do. But she's been saying, let's do lunch. And I'm like, I can't. I'm trying to get ready to go hunting, and I had to get so much work done before I could leave, and all the things. I'm gonna chop a little bit of this off. Bam, gone. Bam. So I'm hoping that maybe if I keep my nose to the grindstone and get my mom's, come on, Kelly, get my mom's picture board done. There we go. Just a tiny bit of glue that we can go to lunch this week. And as of tomorrow, it's going to be December. So I think it'll be okay to give her a Christmas card tomorrow, which will be great because then I'll be ahead of the game, right? And so I'm thinking that I will give this to her with the little treat box because this card is not a card that I'm going to make for a gazillion people because it's kind of a pretty special card. These are the kind of cards that I make for the people that I give presents to or the people that I don't give presents to. So you don't have to make this a gift card holder. You don't have to put a gift card holder in it, but I will probably get a $10 gift card to Starbucks maybe, just because. Or I could just put a little note in there and say, you mean the world to me. Thanks for your friendship or whatever. Because we've been friends for, since I lived in Madison, and I've lived here in this Fox Valley area since 1990, 89, I want to say. 88, I don't even know. It's been a long time. Probably earlier than that. But anyways, we've been friends. We worked together at a big law firm in Madison. And so we were thick as thieves when I lived there. All right, and I think I'm going to do just one more. And I cut that off a little bit. And you just cut off what you need to cut off. I'm going to try maybe right here. Looks great. Isn't that pretty?
Gosh, this is so pretty.
Oh, okay. Then we've got all of our little pine cones here. So I should have, there's 5. Okay, I should have 5. So now I'm just going to start kind of tucking these in. I'm going to test them out first, make sure they'll go where I need them to go. That one will go right there. So anyways, when we go to lunch, I'm going to take her a card, probably this card, and the matching treat, because wait till you see what I put in it. You can put anything in my treat holder, but I did put something special in there. See, now that one, there's a dimensional right there in my way, so I can't really get that in there like that. And I just want to kind of peek it out there a little bit. This one, I'm going to set under here, and I'm going to put a dimensional under this one, whereas I just glued those other ones on there. See what I did there? Dimensional. I'm just going to push this That's why I didn't put dimensionals way out on the ends of these. I kind of kept them more in the inside of these snowflake things. Okay, and then I'll do another one right here. But anyways, she's going to get my little treat holder. Oh my gosh, do you love this? It's so cool, isn't it? And I think I'll put this one right in here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. And tuck this on. Maybe just like that. I'm going to let it come over the edge of the screen just a little bit because I always think that looks really cool. And this is then going to go, see how we folded that up like that? This is going to go right on the front. And you want to make sure that you put that white layer in there first so that you can get this layer on and cover up that white perfectly. My first card I made, I did not do that. So there's that. So I am going to set this on here and make sure that I do not glue down here. So here comes my glue. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here, like that. And now I'm going to line this up because this is 4 by 5 1/4, just like my white layer. Right on here like this. Perfect. I had glue on my fingers. Oh my gosh. But wait, there's more. Let me put this over here. We've got, the embellishments, you guys. Those are in my other bin too. I should have just dumped everything out here, right? Because these are called faceted snowflakes. They're little snowflake stars. I'm going to take a red large one and put that right in the middle. And then grab a small one and put that right in the middle of that one and another one right over here. And here is our beautiful little card. It's so pretty. And it holds a little gift card. A little Starbucks. I would get a Christmas one because I'm pretty picky like that. Isn't that so elegant? Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this. So there's the old olive one that I made. And who said that? Shelby said, definitely a card you only make a few of. Absolutely. Absolutely. Then my first one that I made with the crumb cake base. So yeah. Right? Gift card in there. So which one do you guys like better? Old olive? Let me get this in the frame. There we go. Or crumb cake. You let me know. Yes, so I have two special cards that will be hand delivered. You could put this in an envelope. It's a little bit bulky. Not too bad though. But these will be hand delivered for lunches because I love to go to lunch. Okay, next up, we are going to, this was the traditional wreath 3D embossing folder. How many of you guys have that? I really like this one. It was one of my must-haves out of the holiday mini catalog. Really thought that was pretty. Okay, next up, we are going to make a matching treat holder. So to go with this for my special lunch friend,
Hang on, I got to get a drink and look at messages. Yes, Kathy says Old Olive, but she likes them both. I totally get it. I really do. Okay, here comes our next project. So I have another one of these made in Old Olive. So this one we are going to make in shaded spruce. And I'm going to do my scoring first here for, this is a little box. So I have cut this 8 1/4 by 10 1/2. And again, all these dimensions will be on my blog with pictures and a replay of this video if you'd like to watch it again. We're going to score the long side. This is the short side at 8 1/4. This is the long side at 10 1/2. So we're going to score the long side at 1/2 inch. And I always go this way because that makes it, it helps me keep this straight in my trimmer. So we've got 1/2 inch that way. And now I'm turning it and going at 3 inches, 5 1/2 inches, and 8 inches. Now we're going to go with the short side, and we are going to score at 5/8, and I'll get my little ruler out here. 5/8 is the longer line between 1/2 and 3/4. And I also put this inch graphic on my blog post for these projects tonight. You can grab that. You can right click it and save it to your device, put it into an email, print it. You can keep one on your desk like I keep on mine. I really do love it. Okay, so back to this 5/8 of an inch. So that's going to be right here. 5/8. Yep, that's right. 5/8. And then I'm turning around so I can go this way. 3 1/8. And 5 7/8. And 7. The last long line between 3/4 and the next inch. 5 7/8. Okay, now we've got this all scored up into this little grid. What we're going to do here is I'm going to use my paper trimmer to cut to make this into a box because it's going to be a lot straighter than using scissors and a lot easier for me. So I am going to take and cut down. There's a score line here and a score line here. Cut down to the second line or score line. Second score line. I'm putting that score line in my channel, and I'm going to take my cutting blade to the top, and I'm going to cut to the, not the first line, but the second line on all of these. Every one across the top. I have a little hitchhiker in there, a cardstock, and I want to get it out. So hang on while I get out. There we go. So weird. Okay. And we're going to do this one. And again, I've got a whole template that will show you exactly how to do this. So we've got that, that, and that. Next, I need this piece right here on this 1/2 inch side is the only piece that I need to stay in here. So I'm going to do this, pick that up, and go down here to this end and go all the way to there. Okay. And I'll show you a whole template here in just a second. Just like that, and just like that. There we go. Okay, so this is what we have so far. We just cut down to the score line. Now we're going to do the same thing to the bottom. And I'm going to use my paper trimmer
And again, you could use your scissors, but I'm telling you, this is so much easier and straighter. A little bit more. There we go. All right. My 1/2 inch tab is over here. My 5/8 inch tab is up above. We are going to cut this one off. And we are going to keep this one. And we're going to cut about half of these off. What? Just like that. Okay. Here's what we have. And this is pretty much it. Now, I am going to take these and notch them a little bit, but I'll do that. Well, I can do that right now. We're just going to take a little piece of pie out of these. You know that tabs always work better when they have a little piece of pie out of them. And then if you have a corner rounder, you can corner round this. I'm just going to take a little sliver off of it. Now, I know that seems like a lot and it's kind of crazy, but do not worry. You're just going to make a box now. And you're going to fold on all these score lines. Fold, fold, fold. Everything gets folded to the inside. And let's see how this works. Yep, look at that. Bam. It's a box. So, again, I have a whole template made up that shows you exactly how to do this. And everything should go together perfectly. Now, how are we going to decorate our box? Why did I make this box? Well, let me show you something. I bought this hot chocolate bomb, and while I could just wrap this up and call it a day, that's pretty boring, and I like to make things special because remember, I told you Kelly is a little more, right? So I popped this whole box apart, and I took a look at it. That's exactly what we have here. Same thing, okay? And I want my hot chocolate bomb to fit in my pretty box, not this ugly thing. Oh, and by the way, these hot chocolate bombs, I'm pretty sure I bought this at Walgreens, but when I looked it up online to be able to give you guys a link to it, it said it's at Walmart. So on my blog post that will be live in a couple hours after we're done tonight, there's a link to this exact hot chocolate bomb. And I think I'm going to make some more of these with that Festive Friends set. You know, these little guys. Remember this card? Super cute. I lost this word set called Snowflake Kisses. Can't find it anyplace. I am like so angry. Well, not that angry. But I've searched my office everywhere. Can't find it. But anyways, this is called Festive Friends. I think that some of these boxes with these little snowmen would be super cute too. So anyways, back to our project. So this is where the idea came from. I thought I want something pretty to go with my little hot cocoa bomb. So here's what I did. I made it to match my card, of course. Here are my Designer Series paper pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on the outside of my box. So I've got one that is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and that's going to fit right up here. So we're going to go ahead and decorate this. And besides being great for the hot cocoa bomb that I'm going to keep in my boxes, you could also fill them up with candy, like Hershey Kisses. Oh, Then I need 4 of these. And again, this is the Delicate Pines Designer Series paper. These are 2.5 by 2.25. And those will fit onto each one of these squares. I can remember years ago, back when VCR tapes were a big thing, my mom and dad were over-the-road truck drivers. And so one thing that I would do is I would tape stuff off of prime time onto VCR tapes and give it to my mom and dad, and they would trade the old tapes that they already watched in their truck VCR back to me. And I did this all the time. So at Christmas time, I was kind of, we didn't have a lot of money. I would take, here it is. I would take my my paper crafting, and those cases that the VCR tapes, they came in a cardboard case. I would decorate those all up for Christmas and give them some special movies and stuff to watch, which was really fun. Okay, this is the way this goes. So the one that is going to have a window in it so you can see my little hot chocolate bomb is going to go right here. So I'm going to tape this in place. And we are going to die cut that. So anyways, I used to decorate all kinds of stuff for Christmas holidays. Now, problem, this will not fit through my machine. It is too wide from end to end. So what I did is I have this taped in place on my block. I'm going to slide my plate up here like this. And I'm going to push my machine all the way over to one side. And now I can run this through just like that. And I'm only going to run it up. Yeah. Gotta make sure that this is pushed all the way over to one side. There we go. Because there's playroom in our die cut machine. Oh, come on, you little bugger. This didn't give me any problems. See how this piece comes in here just like this? It fits. Hang on, I've got all kinds of stuff falling all over my desk because goodness gracious, I couldn't pick it up. I'm going to pull this back. Hear it pop? It's done. There we go. Go back out. Otherwise, you could fold these all down too, but I just thought it'd be nicer not to like bend them and smash them into each other. You know what I mean? So it does fit. I thought I was going to have a problem when I got to that part. But then I went, let's do this. And that worked out really good. Okay, here we go. Here's our little snowflake. We're not using this. We're making a window. Put that over there. Into our hot chocolate bomb. So let me grab all the rest of these pieces over here because we got a lot of scraps. So here's our little acetate window. This is our window sheets. This is 2 3/8 by 2 5/8. And I'm going to put that right on the inside here with some mini glue dots because those always work really good on acetate window sheets. And I'm just putting a mini glue dot in each corner. Just like that. And I'm going to set this right in here. There we go. So there's our little window. Fun, right? Okay. Let's get these edges smashed down. Good. And then we'll decorate the top of our little box. And again, this is a labor of love. This is not something I'm making for a whole bunch of people. These are for my lunch friends that I can hand deliver or family at Christmas time, right? Okay, so here's our whole template. Now, I want this, and this. I want to make sure everything looks nice back here. And it does. So we're going to put some tear and tape right here because that's where our box is going to close on the side. And I don't want it to fall apart. I'm going to put that right up against that fold. Here we go. Should be able to just fold it closed like this, but I always find that I need to manipulate it a little bit because I must cut my cardstock a little bit longer than it really needs to be because it always overlaps a little bit. So there we go. Okay. And then I'm going to do this, and this. So we can just use glue on all of these flaps. Maybe. My glue's been sitting open a long time. It doesn't seem to like this. And I want that front flap to be the one on the top so that it goes down nicely. I don't want to see any edges on the front of my box. This, where we cut those in half, you could cut them off so they meet in the middle, a little bit smaller. But I think what I am going to do is, again, give them a little bit of a wedge here. Cut that little piece of pie off that edge. And they just seem to fit a little bit better. See what I mean? This is kind of hitting on the sides. I don't know that it really matters, but I can be kind of picky. If you can make it nicer with something real simple, why not do that? There we go. And this one I'm gonna, I already did that. I already did the small one. Look at how cute it is. Now, I can see this lid coming through there. So I'm thinking it might not be a bad idea to trim this off just a little bit smaller. Now let's see what happens with that. Yep, that was a good idea. Okay, now we have to make this super, super pretty. Cynthia says she loves 3D projects. Yay, I'm so happy to hear that. Okay. So what I did here is I have a bunch of scraps. We're going to take some old olive and I'm going to grab the shaded spruce ink pad and this pine bow, potato, and I'm going to stamp that. And then we're going to die cut a bunch of things here. So, where's my little this? Remember, we have this one that we're going to be using. We are going to die cut this out of this one. We're going to take this one right here, and we are going to die cut a gold flower out of. We're going to do 2 more of the gold pine cones. We are going to use the early espresso for 2 pine cones. And then, shaded spruce for one of these. And then I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and I'm going to cut some little holly berries out of the dies, but I want them to sparkle. So I'm going to just color them ahead of time. I just thought it would be easier to do that on a piece of red, real red cardstock. And here's our teeny weeny little berries. Teeny weeny little berries. We're going to cut those out. put all of these back. And then we're going to decorate this. Yay! Okay. Here comes, I've got that other gold one right here. Here's our gold little flower. Here's our 2 pine cones. I want to make sure that you're using the right side of these dies. Otherwise, these gold ones don't fit on there quite right. You got to make sure that if you find that it's like, oh, they don't fit perfectly. Yep, they're supposed to fit perfectly. You're using the wrong side. It's a good way to know that. Okay, there's my 2 pine cones. Here's this. I need one of these, and then I'm going to use one of the old olive ones. And here comes our little berries. Okay. Whew. Let's set that aside. Okay, so first of all, this is a little snowflake flower thing. You could use it to make flowers. I've seen some really pretty cards with it, just made in making flowers. I'm going to put a mini glue dot right in the center of this one. And I'm going to take this and set it right in the center of my little window. What? Yeah. Cool, right? Okay. I thought it was pretty cool. Now we're going to start gluing these all down. This is going on the top of our box. So I'm going to do that. Just like this. And then, let's see. I'm going to go with, take a little bit of that off. A little bit of this off. We're going to just start gluing these in here. They're going to be covered up by some stuff over top, so we don't need to worry about that too much. I'm going to do this. And then we'll glue this one on here. Mini glue dots work really good for this also. And then I'm going to glue one of my pine cones right here. And then another pine cone we will put on a dimensional right here. Oh my goodness. And then I've got these little holly berry things. Now you could use those snowflake stars again, but I wanted to use these. So I'm just going to come in here and just put a dot of glue on there. Just throw that right in there. This one like maybe over here. Tuck it under there just a little bit. Oh my gosh, right? Oh my gosh. And then where did our ribbon go? Right here. We're going to take some of this beautiful, shiny, real red ribbon.
Yes. Thank you, Judy. My box is so much more giftable than the box that those chocolate bombs came in because it's really quite ugly. That's a strong word, but I'm feeling pretty strong about it. It's ugliness. So I have this cute little knot. And again, mini glue dot. I just thought that we needed something else on here, right? I'm pretty sure you guys will agree with me there. I'm going to go right up here with this. Good grief. Okay, one more thing. We're going to grab one of these faceted snowflakes. And
grab. And I'm going to put that right in the middle here. Oh my gosh, right. Oh, you guys. So what does my little bomb look like? This is a hot chocolate bomb, and it's really quite large, right? So this will fit right in here. You want to be gentle with them. Don't go bonking them around. But look at, you can see that little ball in there. And if you wanted to, you could put a little circle divot in the bottom, or you could mini glue dot it to the bottom so it doesn't move around. But I'm pretty sure I can get this there in one piece. Isn't that super cute? Let's see. Let me get this put away. And I don't want to lose any of those amazing dies, right? So here's the, oh, look at, I did this one upside down. My pine cones are over here. They should be over there. Well, you know what? That's okay. But here's an old olive one. Here's my shaded spruce one. Which one do you guys like better? This one's upside down. That's so funny that I did that. It's pretty typical, isn't it? Yeah. Anyways. And then if you don't, I mean, just about everybody's going to love a hot chocolate bomb. Not kidding, you guys. But instead of that, you could put some earrings in here. You could put some jewelry in here. Anything that might fit in here. How about gift card will fit in there? We could do a gift card. Here's some Hershey's Kisses. Look at those. Oh my gosh. Delightful. Do that instead of a little photo bomb. But I wanted you to know. Oops, hang on. Oh, technical difficulty. What is happening here? I don't know why that won't go down in there. Hang on. We have some type of a defect. Oh, it was trying to get in between the window sheet and the glue dot. Come on now. There we go. Look at that. Hershey's Kisses. I buy the ones with the almonds in them because I like the almonds. But yeah, you could do a lot of different things with this. So we've got this one. Beautiful. And this little one, or vice versa. Right? So this is a custom box brought to you by, who makes this thing? It's Belgian chocolate too. Frankfurt. So have you guys ever had a hot chocolate bomb? You unwrap this little chocolate bomb. Well, it's not little, it's pretty big. You unwrap it and then you pour 6 out. You put it in a mug. Oh, I think mine's broken too. Oh, maybe not. It's got some stuff in it. I could hear it shaking around in there. Pour 6 ounces of hot milk slowly over the bomb in your cup and stir evenly until it is dissolved. I can hear the little marshmallows inside. But that is my little project for tonight. Again, I have a link on my blog that will be live in a couple hours, the blog post that gives you a link to these. If you would like to make one of these, you could put a little shred in the bottom of here too to set this on. But in the box that these came with, it comes with this little plastic insert. And after I had all the dimensions done, this really doesn't, it's a little too tight for my box. I mean, I can smash it in there, but you can see it down here and it's kind of ugly. I don't know if anybody would care, but that does have a little pocket in the bottom for it, but I didn't think I needed it. Right? Now let's see if I can get that out of there. Yeah, because it really doesn't fit in there. But anyways, I thought this was super cute. I hope you guys like this. I hope you will give it a try because it'll hold a lot of things. You don't have to put this window in the front if you don't want to. You could actually put all this on the front of the box too if you wanted to. But I just thought it was super cute idea for this. And follow me for more holiday gift giving ideas. Yeah. Okay. Who's ready for some mail? I'm ready to do some mail. I got to take a little drink break here. Oh. Yeah, you could take some little Ziploc bags and put your favorite candies that you make in there. Like I like to make homemade caramels, and then you wrap them. I get the little foil wrappers from like Hobby Lobby, and you wrap the caramels in there. You could put a bunch of those in there. You make a batch of caramel, like you get 5 million pieces out of it. This would be a nice gift for Secret Santa. It would be a nice little gift box for your bank teller, your hairstylist, um, wherever you frequent often. If you go to the bank, how about I go to the Family Dollar over here by the park that's close to me. And I really like the lady that has been working there forever. This would be a nice little gift to give her during the holidays. And that's something that I like to do. Leave this for my mailman. So yeah, all kinds of good ideas. Okay, I'm gonna check and see. I think I might need to eat one of these Hershey chocolates because I might get a little hungry. Ah, who just said that? Snake River Stamping can't wait to make these for her grandkids. They're gonna love them, right? Daughters-in-law for earrings. Linda, that's a great idea. All right, I am just reading comments here. I'm going to share my mail with you guys. Hang on, because my crown just fell off. We can't have that. Oh, shaded spruce. Everybody likes the shaded spruce better. Yeah, I do too in the box. Yep. Super fun. Super fun. Okay. I'm going to get my mail out here and share with you some of my mail. And I'll just keep doing that until I get through all the mail because, wow, you guys know how to make a girl feel really special. I'm not even kidding. Like I am humbled and in awe over all the cards that I've gotten. So I've gotten a few cards other than sympathy cards recently, so I wanted to share those with you. Look how pretty this is. This is from my friend Marcia Culbert down in Fond du Lac, and it's an easel card. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Marcia, I love your Christmas card. So pretty. Thank you so much. Then I've got Nancy Delavue. She's from Green Bay. Nancy, this is such a pretty card. I love this paper so much. And she sent me a thank you card. She got some happy mail from me. Thank you so much, Nancy. Your card is just beautiful. One of my favorite suites of products. Then I bet you this is Lori Wong. Yes, it is. This is from Lori Wong. Wow. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? So pretty. But look at this. This does things. This does some things. Let's see. What does this do? Lori, might have to help me out. Like this. Look at that. Is it an easel? Oh, look at that. I don't know, Lori. You're going to have to help me out with this. You got to email me and tell me what this is called. I'm not sure how to do this. Okay, so it is very cool. Very cool. But anyways, here, I'll show you guys what's happening here. This is like a billboard card. I bet you that's what it's called. Billboard card. Look at that. Yep. Look at that. I figured it out. That is so pretty. She got her prize. You are very welcome, Lori. Thank you so much for this really cool card. Love it. Then we've got Sarah Thibodeau. Look how pretty this is. Love it, Sarah. She was the winner from my team meeting for her Stampiversary. She got a pack of gems. You are very welcome, Sarah. I'm glad you won. Then we've got Elaine Reback. Look at this cute Halloween card. I know I'm going all the way back to Halloween, you guys, because I've been out of the loop here for a little bit. Look at how cute that is. Love it. Absolutely adorable. Thank you so much, Elaine. Next, we have, Hang on. Gotta get the name out. Rhonda Himes. Ready? This is a brand new bundle, which I think is super duper cute. Look at that. Boop. So cute. Rhonda, thank you so much. And thank you so much. She said she's praying daily for both of us. Aw, you're so sweet. You guys are just the kindest. Stampers are the kindest people ever. And I just so appreciate all your thoughts, your comments, your prayers, your cards. Thank you so much. You make me feel like glitter in the sun. Yeah. This is from Tracy Sallow, and she was the winner in our September Stamp Happy Life Party card. So, which reminds me, when you place an order with me of $35 or more, you get invited to a special live class that is called Stamp Happy Party. So all my December orders will be invited to the January party. Anybody who ordered in November will be invited to the party on December 10th, which is the second Wednesday of the month. But $35 order, $35 or more order gets you invited to this private class, and it's super duper fun. And then Dina Barb and I each make the same fun fold using all different products. So you get 3 ideas with the same fun fold. And then everybody who comments on that video gets entered in a drawing, and we each send our card to 3 people win. There's 3 cards that we make. We send our cards to those people. So Tracy was the big winner, and I love your little dragonfly card. This is super cute. Very, very cute. This is from Brenda. Look at, this was her card. And she said she used this for her swap card in the new product launch party. Look how pretty that is. Thank you so much, Brenda. I just appreciate that you sent that to me. Absolutely gorgeous. Next up, this is from Diane and Chris. I know you're watching tonight. Look at how beautiful this is. Yeah, this is with, I'm pretty sure this is the Autumn Toile stamp set. Happy Thanksgiving card. Thank you, Diane and Chris. You guys are always the best. Love this. Such pretty colors together. Look at this. This is a fun fold. I really like that. Very nice. Next up, we have Cindy Peckett. Look at how pretty this is. Those were those fancy borders. Ah, such a pretty way to use those. That beautiful paper. And she got some glimmer paper for everybody who registered in the new product launch party got a gift, and she got some glimmer paper. So this is a really pretty card, Cindy. Thank you so much. Next up, this is from my friend in Australia. This is from Lynn. Look at her pretty Christmas card. She mails this all the way from Australia, you guys. Like, it comes a long ways. Look at how pretty that is. I love your layout, Lynn. May this Christmas bring you peace. May 2026 bring you joy, and may every day surround you with love from and for those you hold dear. Warmest greetings. Christmas greetings to you and yours. This is Lynn from Australia. Lynn, thank you so much. This is so pretty. Absolutely love this card. Okay. Let's see. Now I am going to grab a handful of these, and when I get done with this handful, I'll save the rest for next time. Look at this. Isn't that so pretty? Gosh, this is just beautiful colors. This is from my friend Jackie Blursh. Jackie, thank you so much. Beautiful sympathy card. Absolutely love it. This is really pretty. Oh, this looks like, where's this? Look at, it's almost the same with the squares and the rectangles, isn't it? I love this. You guys are on the same wavelength. This is from Debbie Peters. Debbie's on my team. Such a pretty, pretty sympathy card. Love it. Oh, hang on. They're falling. Oh, here comes one of our card kits. This is beautiful. What do you guys think?
So pretty, right?
So pretty. This is from Carol Meadle. Thank you so much. I have read each and every one of these cards, and I wish I had your guys' talent for writing on the inside. Some of you really like say some very touching things, and that's not what I'm good at. So I admire you for being good at that. Look at how pretty this is. Look at that bird. I just love that little envelope in its mouth. How pretty is Kathy Wenzel? And this is a fun fold. See that? Very cool. Love this card, Kathy. Thank you. Ooh, this was one of my favorite sets from last year. I really loved this whole watercolor look. Very pretty. This is from Christina Cooper Ryder. Beautiful card, Christina. Thank you so much. Look at this one. Again, so pretty. This is from Pat. Pat, thank you so much. She says she watches me every Sunday night. So sad to hear about your mom. Thank you so much. You guys are just so sweet. Here's another one. How pretty that is. Wow. Beautiful. This is from my friend Bab Shepke. Oh, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful card. Oh, here's another pretty one. Look at that Wink Estella on there. Oh, I hope you guys can see that. It's so pretty. It says, I wish I had the right words for a time like this. Isn't that the truth? This is from Kim Siriana. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you so much. Ooh, here's one of my favorites. Love this paper. Absolutely beautiful. Margot Jensen, thank you so much. Beautiful card. I loved this too. So pretty. Oh, this is from, Debbie Lindauer. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, my daughter Haley wrote the nicest tribute to my mom and also wrote her obituary, which is super sweet. Ruth Miller, thank you. A lot of people have said Haley wrote a beautiful tribute to her grandma, your mom. A blessing you could share all the wonderful time with her. Yeah, I know, right? It really was too. I love this. Very pretty. Thank you so much. Here's another gorgeous card. Prayers and heartfelt sympathy are with you and your family. This is from my upline, Anne and Joel Hubner. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Nice layout on that. Ooh, here's this border set again. This is beautiful. This is from Barb Beck. Thank you, Barb. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you guys would have loved her. She was a special lady. Sandy Harding. Thank you, Sandy. This is just so pretty. And Sandy Jarrett. Gorgeous. I love this. So pretty. Oh, and it's embossed, you guys. Wow, that's fancy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. It is 8:45. If I missed any questions, now would be the time to hit me up. Let me see if I can change. Look, there I am. How's my hair look? I should really check that before I come back on here. Oh, I look too stupid. Oh, it looks fine. It's fine, right? Nobody cares. Oh, you are so welcome, Lynn. Thank you guys so much. Had so much fun. So, I think that I am going to be live next Sunday. Like I said, we have my mom's celebration of life on Saturday. I should be back on Sunday. In the off chance that I am not, I will try to get, well, a lot of you aren't on Facebook, but I'll try to let you know on Facebook if you're on my Facebook business page. I'll try to let you know there if I'm not going to be back, but I should be back. And Shannon says, too many kisses. Better eat a couple. I know, right?
because we don't want to have too many kisses. I really do love the kisses. But I should be live next week, you guys. So, oh, Dolores said she hadn't thought about doing pine cones in gold. That's the only thing that I didn't think about, Dolores. I love me a gold pine cone. Yeah, the box in itself is a gift. That is very true, Shelby. You are 100% right. Yeah, so for people who have I tried the hot cocoa bomb? I have not tried it yet. But now that I figured out this box for it, I'm going to go back. I have to go to Walgreens tomorrow and pick up a gazillion photos that I sent off last night to get made for my mom's photo boards. So I am going to get some more of these hot cocoa bombs. I keep like losing my words. So I can make some more of these because now that I have it down, like they're pretty easy to make. Like they're not hard. And you can, the other thing is too, I could have just taken, I did actually have this box. I could have just taken and tied this with a bow and some, oh, my kisses just fell out. Whew. Glad it wasn't the cocoa bomb. But you could just tie this and put a little bow on top and it still looks really pretty. You don't have to get all fancy with it if you don't want to. I don't know. I think that's probably a sign from God that I should eat another one of these. Right? Yeah. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for, let me get the food out of my mouth. I'll put it over on the side like a squirrel. Thank you guys so much for spending the evening with me. You know that I love stamping with you. And please make sure you give me a thumbs up. Click on that share button and share this to wherever it asks you to share it to. Like it'll give you some options, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Really appreciate that. And I hope to be back next Sunday. Same bat channel, same bat time. And if I'm not, I'll let you guys know, but I certainly should be. And always appreciate your orders. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Good night, everybody.